We look at you strange saying you changed, like you worked that hard to stay the same. Like you're doing all this for a reason. And what happens most of the time, people change.
Welcome to episode 19 of Boxes in the Basement. We almost at that dub mark and we reaching a broad audience. So if you don't know what dub means, it's that almost the 20th episode of Boxes in the Basement. We're gonna get right into what we gotta get into. And it's the KD13. These are the chill editions. As you can see, the silhouette on these is phenomenal. If you haven't noticed, I had two boxes. Let me tell you why I had two boxes. And I'll just hold this as a talking piece. These were my shoes when I was a baby, right? So I'm qualified, I can stamp that, to why I'm able to do boxes in the basement. When I was younger, I had feet that was kind of pigeon-toed. So my parents, my lovely parents, allowed me to wear these when I was an infant. And it made me kind of duck-toed or duck-positioned. So when I would sleep at night, this is a little personal, nobody knows this. So if you're viewing this video, it's the first time you ever heard it. My intermediate family, my immediate family knows this. So I wore these when I was younger, not by choice, but my parents wanted me to have, a better lot in life, or not walk a certain type of way. So, but to each his own, knocking nobody. If you're pigeon-toed, so be it. But with that being said, I had to wear these. They put these on me when I was younger, when I was sleeping at night, when I was an infant. So at night, if you pigeon-toed, walk a certain type of way, you bow-legged, so I was that way. And then they put these on me so my feet could separate, so it could straighten up my legs. If you can see how my shoulders and arms went. So this is a little sentimental because that's why I say I'm qualified to do sneaker reviews. As of recent, people have been reaching out to me, and I appreciate everybody that called me, that FaceTime me, that sent me a DM, a comment. We got into that conversation, that dialogue of this is a part of me, right? So you have hard bottom. Why is it better wearing hard bottom when you're in certain developmental phases of life, right? What's the purpose of a hard bottom as you're playing basketball? Saying that to say this, if you're in a performance shoe, you got strobo board, full length zoom, hard bottom, right? Zoom gives you air, gives you cushion, but what's the point of it? It's not like a pillow top or Euro pillow top, or a mattress, for example, where it gives you a certain amount of cushion. If you know about too much softness or too much cushion, it can hurt your spine. You see what I'm saying? So with a shoe, if you have too much softness, too much cushion, it could ultimately hurt your spine. You have that jarring on your heel. If it hits your heel, goes up to your knee cap, your knee structure, up to your lower spine, your lumbar, your L4, L5, S1 sacrum, your tailbone, the top of it. You see what I'm saying? So when you're getting into the scientific genius of it, Nike and different ones that, design sneaks like this, I like it. I'm a fan of it because it's preventative maintenance. You see what I'm saying? Unfortunately, a lot of designers or a lot of companies, major companies, mega companies, get into designing shoes like this after a player is injured. You see what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. Preventative maintenance. So when I was younger, I didn't know what my parents was doing. My parents, west side of Wilmington, Shout out to my Marky D. Me and him talk about this a lot. We didn't know what we were getting into when we were growing up, in that inner city. William Hicks Center was a stomping ground for us. It was a place where we could break in shoes or wear shoes to school, to practice, and then wear them in the game. You see what I'm saying? So you got one shoe where you're wearing in three phases of life, where now you have companies that will give a player or a team shoes to travel to the games with. That's totally different technology, total different comfort level to where they will wear them to the gym and then change. And then you have people like LeBron that have changed at halftime. Certain players that have changed at halftime. For what? Is it a fashion statement? Maybe. So be it. Or is it just the technology, like the wear and tear of it, the breakdown of it, the materials used, the different fabrics? Will it stand the test of time? Will a Atlanta player to feel like a certain way in the fourth quarter or overtime. Or some people, I've been in quadruple overtime. You know, if you don't know, that's triple overtime and one. That's quadruple overtime. That's 4 overtimes, right? You have some people that went to 5 overtimes. Just the nature of the game, the way the ball bounces, the way the cookie crumbles. And then they get into, will it last? If you wear one shoe that whole time, will it last? Is it durable? Duration. You know, I talked one of my partners, you know, he knows who he is, the rate of recidivism. How many times are you going to buy that shoe? This is KD13. How many times are you going to buy it? Does it break down and you say, I don't want that series anymore? Oh, I like the 12s before this one. Oh, I'm going to wait until the 14s come out, see what technology they mix into it. Or you're going to say, I'm rocking with this just because of the technology and how it works for me, right? KD's foot, like I mentioned before, is narrow. Are you going to go with the silhouette, the way that it is designed, the color? This look like, if you ask me, it's like the Northern Lights, right? The Northern Lights that stretches from Canada all the way out to Europe. That's the feel it gives me. Am I going to cop a shoe just because of the color or the design or the look of it, and it hurts my foot because I'm trying to be fashionably loud, or I'm trying to be in an in crowd, or I'm trying to, you know, cop up before somebody else cops up, or I'm trying to cop a shoe that nobody else has? We're going to do a review. I got $400 shoes that we play ball in. We'll get to that. Algorithms and numbers. That's it. You know, so, but if you know me, you know I ain't lying. So I appreciate y'all taking the time. Episode 19, KD 13, Boxes in the Basement. We appreciate y'all getting back into some of the origination of it, how it started, how I believe that I'm qualified when I found out I had to wear these at birth. That kind of, you know, before you get into the design and all of the marketing and the publicity and the politics, advertisements, like why I feel as though I'm qualified to speak about this content. It's like a sandal, you know what I mean? It's like a slide. You know, I'm not partial. All right, man, look, we're going to get into what we got to get into. I'm not partial. I got an Under Armour slide on. Why? Because it got the memory foam in it. You dig what I'm saying? We ain't going to sell you short. We ain't going to tell you nothing we ain't wearing on a regular basis. But I got the toes out. Why I got the toes out? You better not play basketball with your toes out while you're hooping. That jarring gonna be crazy, you know what I mean? But that's why we do it. So this video was a little longer, only because speaking to some people close to me, close to my heart, they was like, yo, you need to put that out there, just because it's not typical of, you know, a sponsorship or somebody that's trying to do something for clout or reviews or likes or friends, followers, whatever. It's just because this is the content. If you call me, I'm gonna let you know why you need to cop this or why you don't need to cop this. I appreciate y'all.